and welcome to 来看看你是几级. I'm Stu.
And I'm Ali.
Today we're going to be looking at 甄嬛传 and we're going to be turning the most popular 表情包 from 甄嬛传 into English.
So good.你还有多少惊喜是朕不知道的?
Okay, so a famous sentence from 甄嬛传 and now it's a
Yes.
表情包. I know that 甄 means war,
Yeah.
right? But only the emperor could use it. So
Right.
what's the general translation of this 表情包?
Yeah. How many more secrets do you have that I don't know about? Right? It's used when there is an unexpected or fresh situation. It's usually a compliment, but how can we translate, the sentence, all the little meaning, the nuance into English?
Okay, so if you translate the nuance into English, it doesn't really work.
Right.
So 甄 would be translated as one.
So that's how you call yourself if you are the king.
Kind of.
What about
One.
the queen
One
interest? The queen, the king.
One.
One, just one.
Yeah, like if
O-N-E, one.
one does not know.
Oh,
I
that
don't
means,
know.
Okay, that means
But it's
the king.
it's not just the emperor or the queen or the king can use it.
Yeah, everybody
Anyone
can use it.
Right,
Yeah, right.
So,
Yeah.
so generally, the general feeling of this 表情包 is translated as, it's like, what are you hiding from me?
Oh.
Where have you been hiding this from?
Oh,
where have you been hiding that?
You had to do that.
Right, it's usually some skill that someone's showing, right?
Yes, it's for sure.
Like,
right?
or what else have you been keeping from me?
Oh, or maybe just surprise, surprise. I don't know.
Oh, no, not that.
Not
so
like that.
Something like, what else have you been keeping from me? Or
Yes.
where have you been hiding that or this? Or is there something else I don't know about you? That's the general feeling.
General feeling.
But you can't really translate 甄 into one.
Yeah, that's what it's lost in translation.
What else have you been hiding from one? Doesn't make sense. Okay, so just use the ones that I just said. Okay,
Right.
next one.
臣妾做不到.
Okay,
Yeah.
You need to explain this to me.
All right, this is where it's get interesting. 臣妾 actually means I in the sentence, but actually the official translation of 臣妾 should be the concubine.
Oh, okay.
So it's very interesting in the ancient Chinese that people don't say I, but they use all kind of different preposition to introduce themselves. For example, 臣妾, 最臣, 朕, a lot of like that. All right. So anyway, so basically the sentence means that one of the emperor's wives, her concubines, are just saying, I can't do it.
Okay.
Yeah, now it's usually used in a situation that you just cannot possibly do something and you're just kind of whining, you're complaining, but I cannot do it. Yeah,
Okay,
so I
right.
can't do it.
So the English would be, I just can't do it.
I can't do it.
But you need that tone,
Yeah.
you need that expression. I
Right.
just can't do it.
Almost
I just
crying.
can't do it.
Yes.
For example, Ali,
Yeah.
you've got to give your cats up, they're too smelly.
No, I can't do it. I can't do it. 终究是错付了. Okay, 终究 means eventually or after all or in the end, right? So basically, you can translate this sentence as, well, it is a mistake after all. You use it when you want to express a disappointment in people's actions or choices.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So if we're going to translate that into English, a good one would be, after everything, you go and do that. and that refers to the thing that someone's done that makes you disappointed.
Right.
So after everything, you go and do that.
Right.
Or you could translate it more closely. You could say, turns out I was wrong after all.
Right.
But when people say this, they usually add another sentence saying what happened. Turns out I was wrong after all. Ali doesn't like me. Therefore, I'm disappointed in him.
That's good,
Because
right?
I thought he liked me.
It's a very close translation. And I think that because in this scenario, it's more about choices. You can say, after all, I made the wrong choice. Or
right.
after all, I put my faith in the wrong person. Something like that.
I guess usually when you're disappointed, it's by another person.
Right.
So the best one to use, I think, is after everything or after all that, you go and do that.
Next one. 这福气给你要不要? Alright, 福气 here means good luck or good fortune. So basically the direct translation of this sentence should be, well, do you want this good luck? And people use this phrase when they want to express the feeling that, well, you don't like the thing that happened to you that much. But people around you think that, well, you should appreciate that thing because it seems like a good thing.
Okay.
And then you say, well, 这福气给你要不要?
Okay.
Yeah.
This is very hard to translate
very hard.
into a commonly used English sentence.
Yes.
The closest I can think of is something that older people say to younger people. They often say, you don't know you're born. So, for example.
Okay, well, they give me free 4G for 12 months, but they're not as fast as 5G. I want 5G.
You don't know you're born.
Oh.
This basically means when I was born, I'm an old person. When I was born, we didn't have 4G. We had nothing. We had no G.
No G.
And now you're complaining about 5G and 4G. We had no G. You don't know you're born.
Oh.
That's probably the closest we can come.
Yes.
All right. So next one.
粉色娇嫩，您如今几岁了? Alright, so the direct translation should be delicate pink, how old are you? But of course, it doesn't make sense if you translate directly. It used to describe someone's clothing doesn't match his or her age. Usually, if it is old people wearing some clothes that belong to young people.
So like 老黄瓜刷绿器, right?
老黄瓜刷, where did you learn that?
Or in English, so it's negative, right? It's negative.
It's negative, very negative.
In English, the best translation would be if someone's wearing clothes that are too young for them, or a style that's too young for them. You can literally say, "How old are you?" Or "How old do you think you are?"
Okay.
The tone is very important.
Tone is everything.
How old do you think you are?
How old do you think
How
you are?
old are you?
Stude, how old are you?
I'm okay. I'm wearing. Well,
okay.
actually, yeah. You could say, "What are you wearing?" And that it's all about the tone.
It's the
tone.
tone.
You
Yes.
sound kind of mean.
Right.
What are you wearing?
Same thing in Chinese, I guess.
Yeah.
老黄瓜刷绿器。
Right, next one.
三阿哥又长高了。The third brother is taller. The translation, it doesn't mean anything.
No.
It actually is a phrase used between friends online or offline. When you have nothing to say, you just use this as a, I don't know, gap filler or whatever. So in 甄嬛传, it's the one of the concubines, Qi Fei, tries to talk to the emperor, but they have nothing to say, so just say 三阿哥又长高了 as a way to kill the time, I guess.
Now in English, you've probably heard of things that people say in English
dull.
to
just
fill
the air. Fill the air.
Probably the most common that I can think of is, so if me and Ali were together and we had nothing to say, we could say, "So, lovely day."
Yeah.
Or if
lovely.
it was a bad day, "So, terrible day."
Yeah, terrible.
That's it.
Yeah, so
That's it. Can you think of anything else?
Yeah, so bad day.
I mean, it's pretty much the same.
Yes.
And it means nothing, and you're just filling dead air.
Right.
Yeah, just silence. Okay.
Yes.
Awkward. Right, next one.
小允子是有些功夫在身上的。Well, I think this is again a very private joke. It's people who watch 甄嬛传. In that, I mean, TV show, there is a guy whose name is 小允子. Obviously, he has a lot of, special skills. It's quite surprising to people around him. So obviously, some of the women in the show say this about him. Now, the netizens online use this sentence to describe someone. If they have a special set of skills, you can say this. Right. It's kind of like, I mean, what is that movie in English? Neil Kryson. I mean, I have a special set of skills.
Taken.
Taken. Yeah, Taken. Yeah, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, kind of, right?
Well,
yeah.
So the best way that I can think about to translate this into English would be to say, there's more to him or there's more to her than meets the eye.
Okay.
So if someone has more to them than meets the eye, that means they have more skills. But it could be positive and it could be negative.
For sure.
Like if someone was a bad person, you said there's more to him than meets the eye. He's also a bad guy. Or you could have someone who's very good. For example, Joe Dillon comes in. He's very handsome.
Yeah.
Oh, handsome. My mom thinks he's handsome. I'll go, Mom, there's more to him than meets the eye. Because he can also sing and he can also play piano.
That's good.
So it can be a positive and a negative sentence.
Or I think you just translate it as, you got some move, man. You've got some move. Can I say that?
You can.
You got some.
Yeah,
it's very colloquial. It's oral English, right? You don't write it, but you can say it.
He's got or she's got something about him or her.
Yeah.
He's got something about him.
Got some move.
Yeah, all right. Next one.
And finally, 逆风如解意，容易莫摧残. Well, it goes something like, when the wind blows against you, you are not easily destroyed.
So poetic.
So 甄嬛, who is the main role in this show, used this. I mean, actually, he used the plum blossom as a metaphor to describe her life in the palace. And she hopes for a smooth life in the palace, even though maybe there will be some difficulties, but she will stand strong. And nowadays, students online use these phrases to pray before the exams that the exam questions won't be too hard, and they will stand by, right?
There is no English alternative. There's no translation that makes sense in English. So I give up. I give up.
终究是错付了。 I'm so disappointed in you. You have to leave the show.
臣妾做不到, I just can't do it. So I'm going to stay. Right.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? Will you be using any of the English translations?
Right.
Maybe you could take our faces, make them into 表情包, and
Yes.
put the English translations and make them famous.
It's going to be quite amazing. And again, can you feel this little thing that is lost in the translation? I always
Yes.
see this, the meaning is lost in translation. That's why if you want to appreciate Chinese, you have to learn Chinese well. The same thing, if you want to really appreciate all the great words in English, you have to learn English well. That's why you should watch our show every Thursday.
Yeah, and
every
we'll
week.
see you next week. Bye.